All right, hello everybody. Thank you for joining. I am Riley with the T Storm Chasers, and we're going to take a look at your forecast. But before we do, here is a brief word from our sponsors at Cube Portable Storage.
What are you doing?
Decluttering?
Moving? Remodeling? In need of temporary storage, emergency cleanup, or just need to declutter? Cube Portable Storage has the perfect solution. Rent your Cube Portable Storage container today.
And don't forget, they got roll-off dumpsters for the other stuff. Call Cube Storage for all your moving needs.
All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday out there. Hopefully you guys are having a great morning. Today is December 8th of 2025, and we are going to jump right into this morning's video. So let's go ahead and take a look at the national view and take a look here. There's not a whole lot to talk about. We got some rain showers in the northwestern part of the country up towards Washington. And then we have what's left of the weekend snow system out here, snowing out here, in the eastern part of the country. But for our area, we don't have a whole lot to go over. There's a few very light snow showers right now in north central South Dakota. Murdo area seeing a few light snow showers up towards Faith as well, and then over towards Gettysburg and up towards Mulbridge and Eureka. That's really about all we got. And that is very light activity. And this activity is moving in an easterly direction. Not a whole lot to talk about here with this. It's very light activity. Temperature-wise, we are just plain cold. It is just cold out there. We got 18 degrees right now in Sioux Falls. It is very cold out there. 16 in Aberdeen, 19 in Pierre. Now, you notice out west, there is a window here where it is actually pretty mild start to your morning. We are at 37 in Rapid City, 36 in Buffalo, and 45 in Spearfish. Wow, that is a very warm start to your day. But that is the rarity. That's the outlier. 30 in Chadron, 21 in Valentine. It's 19 in North Platte there, 27 in Grand Island, 27 in Norfolk, 23 in Omaha. Into Iowa, we got temperatures in the teens. We got 12 in Fort Dodge. We got 10 in Spencer. We have 10 in Cedar Rapids and 10 in Davenport. Into Minnesota, we got 10 in Minneapolis, 9 in St. Cloud, 16 in Marshall, 10 in Fairmont, 12 in Mankato. Just mainly in the teens here, just to kick off your Monday. So, we obviously had the weekend system, the Alberta Clipper system that came through our area and dropped a bunch of snow. The Sioux Falls area had anywhere from 5 to 8 inches, depending on where you lived. My house got 8 inches of snow Saturday, and we got an additional about a half an inch yesterday. We had a little bit more snow yesterday, but not much accumulation. We had, like I said, about a half inch yesterday. So we had the weekend system that came through, and we'll go over a couple things on that, and then we'll look ahead to what's next in this forecast because we are not done, folks. Unfortunately, we are still very much in a winter pattern, and it's not even winter yet, technically. We got 2 weeks until the technical start of winter. So we'll go over a couple of things coming up here. But first, let's hear a brief word now from today's sponsor, that's CE Construction.
From roofing to siding, CE Construction is setting the standard across North and South Dakota. Our expert team delivers quality, durability, and trust on every project. CE Construction, Dakotans helping Dakotans with their roofing and siding needs. Call or visit us online.
Okay, so here is our snowfall totals over the last 24 to 48 hours based on this weekend snowstorm that we had. And as you can see, it looks like T, believe it or not, got the most snow out of anyone else. T got around 10 inches of snow. Canton area got about 9.5 inches. Canastota got 8 inches. Lennox got 8 inches. Harrisburg got about 7.5 inches. A little bit near Sioux Center got about 7.5. Hartford got 7 inches. My house on the far western side of Sioux Falls got 8 inches of snow. And Hull, Iowa, Orange City, 85th in Minnesota. Sioux Falls got 6.5. So like I said, some places in Sioux Falls got 5, some places got 6, some places got 7, some places got 8. Just depended on where you were, just how it ended up. That's snow. That's how it goes. Some areas in town get 5 inches, other areas get 8. It's just how it works. That's why it's so difficult to predict snow, and really, 5 miles away you can get something completely different. National Weather Service office in Sioux Falls got 5 inches, and Mitchell got 4.5 inches. So there was quite a bit of snow that fell from this system. Now, moving forward, what's next here? Well, let's start off looking at the HRRR. All right, this is the first thing I wanted to touch on here. This is a look at your snow depth map, and this is showing us where the snow is at. So this is exactly where all of the snow is at. It is, as you can see, the western half of our coverage area, western South Dakota, down into central and western Nebraska. There is nothing. There is no snow, with the exception of the Black Hills, of course. The Black Hills area has snow, but Rapid City, western South Dakota, Pierre, down into Nebraska, they don't have any snow. But then if you go up towards Mulbridge, and you have about 10 inches on the ground, and then you got about 10 inches, 10 to 14 inches in Aberdeen. Northeastern South Dakota, anywhere from 9 inches to over 20 inches in some spots right now. And then Watertown around 7 to 8 inches. Brookings has about 4 inches on the ground. Huron has about 3. Mitchell has about 5. Sioux Falls has about anywhere from 8 to 10 inches. And then you go, northwest Iowa. Some spots have over a foot of snow on the ground. And look at some of these spots in Iowa in the mid-20s. So there you got 25 inches of snow on the ground here in central Iowa. So that is where we're at for snow depth. Now, the main weather topic here over the next 24 to 48 hours is going to be the wind gust map. If you take a look here, we have some interesting things to look over here. The wind gust map is going to be a top weather story here over the next, again, 24 hours. Playing this out, starting out west today, there's going to be some spotty, really strong wind gusts here out in western South Dakota today. That's where it's going to be starting. It's going to start out west and then move east overnight and then into tomorrow. Today we have some possible wind gusts out west here, Rapid City, Buffalo area, anywhere from 35 to 45 miles per hour. So some strong wind gusts out there. Luckily for them, they don't have any snow out there, really, except for the Black Hills. So if you're in the Black Hills, it's going to be kind of dicey. Now, as we head into your day on Tuesday, you can see this map really starts to fill in here and starts to change dramatically with some very strong wind gusts, in excess of 50 and in excess of even 60 miles per hour here. That is severe thunderstorm wind gusts. That is going to be starting out west here tomorrow, and then by the afternoon into the evening, we have some very strong wind gusts here. I mean, look at some of these numbers up in northeastern South Dakota. By late tomorrow afternoon and into the evening hours, we have wind gusts anywhere from 60 to 70 miles per hour. That is some incredible numbers here coming in. Even the Watertown area in excess of over 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Sioux Falls is going to be seeing that more so in tomorrow evening. It looks like tomorrow evening, starting in the afternoon, it could start after 2 p.m., but mainly in the evening, it looks like, is what we're looking at for this very strong wind gusts to move through. Like I said, anywhere from 50 to 65 mile per hour wind gusts moving through our area. So we have some dangerous winds that will be coming through. That is the main weather topic of the next day or two that we got to deal with. It's going to start again today out west, and tonight into tomorrow out west, and then it'll move east throughout the day tomorrow. And now the next weather story is the drastic change in temperatures. So let's take a look here at the HRRR, and as you can see, kicking off your morning, it's cold out there. Temperatures mainly in the teens. Now we go through today. You notice a change here. We are going to be warming up significantly out west. Temperatures reaching the 50s out west. Rapid City, Pierre could even hit 50. As far east as Chamberlain could even be in the mid to upper 40s. And winter could be in the low 50s down in Nebraska. For Sioux Falls, we're going to be stuck around 30, so we'll be around 30 degrees today. That's still not bad. I mean, considering where we've been the last month or so, we have been extremely cold for about a month now. And so seeing this warm up, this is going to feel, nicer compared to what we've been seeing. But look at tomorrow. Tomorrow we're even going to be way warmer than that. I mean, look at some of these numbers coming in tomorrow across western South Dakota. Some of these numbers are coming in at mid to upper 50s for highs here. Look at the winter area. Could be hitting 60 tomorrow. Could be very close to 60. Even Chamberlain could be in the near 60 degree range where there's no snow out here. I mean, south central and western South Dakota, there's no snow. Pierre, mid 50s. Even Mitchell could be in the mid 40s. Mid 40s even for Aberdeen. How about Sioux Falls? I think Sioux Falls could hit 40 tomorrow as well. It's a very mild forecast tomorrow. So we're going to have one day out of the entire 10-day. We're going to have one day where we're going to be very mild. Now, Sioux Falls, this temperature is actually about normal for this time of the year. Maybe a degree or two above average. But we're going to be about average for this time of the year in the Sioux Falls area and the eastern regions of the area. But out west, again, that is where your warm air is going to be. Now, you just note, I pointed this out because it's going to be incredible, the difference in temperatures, the contrast that we're going to be seeing. We're going to go from mid to upper 50s. In one night, we're going to fall into the single digits up here in north central South Dakota. Mulbridge area is going to be around 5 degrees for an overnight low. And then you look at, switching over to the European model here, giving us a little bit longer range outlook. And, into Wednesday, look at some of these numbers already back into the teens in the eastern region of our area. Teens in Aberdeen, Sioux Falls, Watertown, over into Minnesota. And these numbers drop significantly, into the 30s out west here where we had the mid to upper 50s. We'll be dropping into the 30s. And then how about on Thursday? Well, Thursday, we might get another bump here out west in temperatures. We might see temperatures back into the upper 50s to even low 60s out west, Rapid City area, western Nebraska. But then you'll have temperatures out in the eastern areas of temperatures in the teens and low 20s. So quite the contrast there in temperatures. And usually when you have a big contrast in temperatures like that, you usually get systems. Now that's the next thing we'll get to. But look at some of these numbers on Friday. Look at some of these numbers. We got below zero temperatures. These are high temperatures on Friday. -2 in Aberdeen, -3 in Watertown, 3 in Sioux Falls. Teens, where we had temperatures in the 50s to low 60s, we're going to be falling into the teens in these areas. So everyone's going to get on this Arctic blast. So we mentioned that. Like I said, we're going to go from mild weather to another shot of an Arctic blast later this week. And then look at some of these numbers. And then by your weekend, very, very cold weather. We're talking, like I said, starting on, it looks like, Thursday into Friday. That is when we're going to see another Arctic blast punching through our area and giving us a big shot of cold winter. And temperatures, daytime highs below zero back in the forecast for our area. Look at some of these numbers by Saturday morning, Friday night into Saturday morning. -20 in near the Sioux Falls area, eastern South Dakota. These are overnight temperatures below zero, negative teens and negative 20s for overnight temperatures. And now, if you look at the longer range temperature outlook, just to finish this out here, I wanted to go ahead and show this. Daytime highs on Saturday into the single digits and teens. And then how about Sunday? Not a whole lot better. We got single digits and teens once again in our area. 20s and 30s out west. It is a cold forecast, folks. We are not seeing any signs of any kind of warm weather. So really today and tomorrow, enjoy it. Enjoy this slight, quick warm-up in mild temperatures, because after that, starting on Wednesday, we're going to start to fall in temperatures again. And by Friday, the Arctic blast is going to be pushing through our area. And even next week, we're not seeing any improvements. We are looking at, again, very cold weather ahead. So we do not see any signs of any warm-ups anytime soon. So for the next, at least for the next 10 days, we do not see any warm-up in store. The only warm-up we see again is today and tomorrow. And real quick here, I just wanted to show you guys the wind chill map here over the next several days. Now, the wind chills are going to go away. We're not going to see a whole lot of really cold wind chills until we get towards Thursday into Friday. Look at that. So Thursday night into Friday. Look at some of these wind chills, minus teens and minus 20s across our region. And then how about Saturday? Look at some of these numbers. Negative 30s and negative 40s could be possible. You know, for sure negative 20s and negative 30s for wind chills. So we're looking at extremely cold wind chills by the time we get towards your weekend. And so be prepared for that, especially by Saturday. Saturday looks to be the worst out of it. Worst day of the wind chills. Now, switching over, I wanted to go ahead and look at something here. Let's look at the precip outlook, the future forecast here, your future scan radar picture, and playing this out here for you. This is today. Now, there could be a little clipper system up north, up towards North Dakota into northern Minnesota. Maybe far northeastern South Dakota by this evening. There could be something there. And then by Tuesday, another system coming through here, mainly bringing rain across northeastern South Dakota. As again, as I mentioned before, we're going to be mild enough and warm enough. We'll be in the 30s. That's enough to support rain instead of snow. And, you know, there might be some rain again, maybe touching Sioux Falls there by tomorrow evening, but that system will clear out, and then we'll have another system coming in from the west on Wednesday. Looks like another system on Wednesday, west to east, moving through our area, and then on Thursday, another system on Thursday. Looks like our next shot for snow looks to be on Thursday for Sioux Falls. It looks like in eastern South Dakota, and as you can see there, that's your next next system to watch mainly. As we'll have some systems, you know, like I said, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but those are very spotty in nature across our region. And then once we get towards Friday, another system from the west comes in, and then by Saturday morning, there's your next system. So it looks like another chance for snow across our region on Saturday. So we're not done. We're not done with this snow. In fact, we are just getting started. We are not even in winter yet. So we got to deal with this. This is just part of the winter pattern that we are in. So just got to be ready for these winter storms to come through. It's a very active pattern that we are in. We're in the middle of a very active winter pattern. So you just got to be prepared, have a safety plan in place if you need to be out driving in this, and just be weather aware. And so that's going to do it for this morning's video. There was a lot to go over. This is a little bit longer video than usual, but hopefully you guys got something out of this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and X. That is where we are most active. Also, be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok. So thank you guys for tuning in this morning. We'll be back again later today for another video.